Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
There are two screws, one behind this cap here, and one down inside the door pull opening. Take a small flat-bladed screwdriver and pop them open. They won't come off, they'll just flip open. And do the same for both. Use a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the screw. Put those aside, do the same for this one. Once the screws are removed, the rest of the door panel is held on with clips along the outside edge. You need a plastic prying tool. You can buy these from 1aauto.com. Kind of wedge it underneath the edge. And use the thinner tool. Just kind of work that in there. Bring it down though. Give it a good strong pull. It's going to pop it off. Just work your way around the door. Once those are all free, the door panel should lift straight up off. We're going to unclip the door pull and the lock cable. Pull them straight out like that. And it's hard to see, but there's a little, slide this little lead weighted ball that looks like a lead fishing weight. Pops out of the door lock. Do the same for the other one. Just kind of pop it out. Now I can go down underneath. Door lock button and the window switch. We'll find the lock. They're I'm working on them upside down. This one has a lock on the inside. It's a very small push tab here to unlock it. It's on the inside. I'll do the same for the other one. So it's really hard to push with my finger. I'm going to use this small flat-bladed screwdriver and push in on the lock. And then pull the connector out. I'm going to put the door panel aside so it doesn't get damaged. I need to remove the vapor barrier to get to the screws, to get to the 10mm bolts that are inside the door panel that are holding the mirror on. This stuff's really sticky and gross, that's why I'm wearing gloves. You can take a razor blade and if you need to, you can just cut along it here. This stuff's real sticky. It should be able to be reused and just stuck back into place. But the razor blade, by just gently pulling and just cutting away at the black, this is called butyl tape. See how sticky it remains? We can reuse this vapor barrier without tearing it, putting holes in it. It might tear a little bit. If it does, it's not a big deal. I'm going to have to unclip the connector. This is for the mirror. Push in on the lock. I'm going to use that small flat-bladed screwdriver. Push in on the lock, pull it out, slide it in there. The other side of this vapor barrier. That should be enough space for me to get to there's two bolts up in here, 10mm, and one that's up here. That's that one. And those two there. I'm going to use the 10mm socket, an extension, and a ratchet. I'm going to go up in here, start with this bottommost one, 10mm bolt. I will remove it. Carefully pull it out. Don't drop it inside the door. It's pretty loose. I'll put that aside to reuse it. The mirror is going to start to come loose. Switch to just extension. I'll hold on to the mirror. Pull the bolt out. Pull the mirror away from the door. Some rubber did come with it. I'm also going to have to feed the harness down from inside and just guide it out. Doesn't quite fit that way, so just turn it. It'll come right out. And there we have our old mirror that's broken. Here's our original passenger side mirror from our vehicle. This one is broken and busted, that's why we're replacing it. A brand new one from 1aauto.com. You can see it's an exact match. It's also heated. It has a cover that can be painted to match. You could take this to a body shop, have it painted, or you can install it as is if you want to save some money. This part is also separate. So this is how it comes to you. You'd have to snap this cover into place first, and then snap this into place, then you can install it in the vehicle. This will work great and fit great. And we're going to swap over this painted cap because it's in good shape and put it onto our new mirror. This lower part should pull right off. You get a small prying tool, but this one's already kind of broken. Put it under there, it'll pop right off. I'll just got some clips. Just put that aside. I'm not going to reuse it. Now I do want to reuse our painted cap. It does have a little snap there. I'll take our plastic prying tool. There's a little tab there. I want to just push the tab out. And at the same time, pop it off. And there's our painted cap. It's in really good shape. We can save some more money. We don't have to have our new one painted. We're going to reuse this one. So here's our new mirror. This will snap right into place. And we'll take our new bottom piece and now install right over it. And we'll get this. This is the tab here. Get that lined up on this side. Slid down. It'll snap into place. And we have the mirror ready to be installed in the vehicle. Gonna feed our wiring harness through the opening. There are some rubber guide pins. That's gonna go in down there. This one's gonna go into the one up top here. I have to hold that position. Need to fish the harness out of here. I might have to pull this down some more. Right here is the window run channel. So on this side, where my finger is pointing, is where the window would go up and down. So you want to make sure the wiring harness is routed outside of that. Otherwise, you'll put the window down, it'll break this harness. So it's going to stay on the outside just like this. I'm going to hold on to the mirror. I'm going to take our bolt, and I don't want it to fall. So I'm going to grab just a little bit of this butyl tape on here. See if I can get it to stick. And that little bit of butyl tape is going to be sticky. It's going to hold this into the socket, keep it from falling out. Now I'm still holding on to this. I don't want the mirror to fall. So I'm doing this one-handed. I'm going to capture this bolt here first, because I can see it easily. All right, that's captured enough, and now I can let go of it, and I get my two hands back. Take the ratchet, tighten these down. You don't have to kill them, just if you feel it get tight, just stop. Do the same for all of them. Okay. Gonna run the harness up. I'm actually gonna go on the other side of this door harness here. It's gonna go through this opening in the plastic, and it will plug in this way. And we can reinstall the vapor barrier. Do my best to stick it back into place. This stuff is real sticky, so I should be able to just push it back in place. When I removed the door panel, these trim clips stayed behind in the door. Just gonna use a panel clip tool to pull them out. Just kind of slide behind them, pop them out. And do the same for all of them. If that rubber piece stays, that's okay. Just put it back on. These clips that popped out, the top part will just slide right in and lock in. Just do that for all of them. Reinstall the door panel. I'm going to connect the door lock and the window switch. Just push them in, they'll snap and click when they're in place. Reconnect these. Start with the bottom one. It's kind of hard to see. So this comes out, and there's a little opening. Kind of lay it in there, and then snap this into place. That'll be our door release. And then this one on the top is for the door lock. Where is it? There it is. So there's an opening here, and it kind of goes in there, and then you slide it over, clips into place. We're going to hang the door on this edge here. It might be easier to put the window down, or we can have it up, whatever you prefer. So push it down, just like that. And then we're going to just go along, push the clips back in, they'll snap, and they're in place. Door panels clip back in place. Reinstall the Phillips head screws. This one goes up in here. Push that little door back. That was a quick clip down. Do this one in here. Door panels reinstalled.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at 1AAuto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.